Welcome on in, guys. We have a pretty cool video today with some awesome guests and friends. And my name is DanCBearded, if anyone that doesn't know me. And we have a new review channel with two of my good buddies here. I'll let them introduce themselves and we'll kind of go from there with the idea of the video today.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I'm Kyle.
Hey guys, I'm Joe.
All right, and their channel is oh my gosh, Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe, right?
Yep.
That's
Okay,
right.
all right. Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe. We'll throw a link in the description and get that going for you guys. And yes, I do have an injured thumb here, as you guys can see. Got it glued at the hospital, a corn can, lids, all that down to the bone. Not a lot of fun. That'll kind of lead into my story for today. And what this video is about, as you saw in the title, is rock what you got. It's the idea that we all have insecurities, different insecurities, and you should not let that stop you from having a beard if you want to have a beard. And so we're going to go into each of their stories and then kind of a little one from me and kind of just the overall idea that you are your worst critic. You are harder on yourself than anyone else, and you should not let that stop you from having a beard. All right? So first off, we have Kyle, Beard Talks with Kyle and Joe. How did we get Kyle first? How'd you win this battle? How'd you let him win?
It was my idea.
Okay.
And I was just blatant and honest and said, you know what? I think Kyle and Joe rolls off the tongue a lot better than Joe and Kyle. So I took a step back and put my ego aside and said, let's do it, man.
All right. And you were cool with that?
It's cool. You know,
like-
we're cousins, and
Yeah.
even though he's a little older than me, I still won that battle.
Okay. First cousins?
We're third cousins.
Third cousins.
Yes.
Third cousins
Yeah.
who've known each other since we were probably in diapers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
And did you
brothers.
know you through family?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Interesting. I have no idea who my third cousin, literally.
Yeah.
I barely know my first cousin, so I need second or third out there say hello to me. So cool. All right, we're going to get into the intro, guys, and then we'll come back with some stories about the important topic of rock what you got. So in the beard game, there is something called beard envy. A lot of people have goals, they have things that they want to obtain with their beard, and they especially have things that drive themselves crazy. And we're here to tell you that you are probably the only one that is really seeing that. We're going to talk about our own personal insecurities of things that are going on with our beard right now. And to not kill any time, I'm going to kick it over to Joe first, and he's going to tell you about his story of insecurities and then kind of, I don't know, how he's been able to overcome it and how you're able to still obviously have a beard, but not only have a beard, but now actually have a review channel.
Yeah. So I just started growing my beard out, probably really got into it in March. Thanks to Kyle. He's like, dude, you have the potential. I see it. Grow it out. Go get yourself, something, start grooming it and see how it looks. So I gave it a try and here I am growing it out. I'm at 5.5 inches.
That's awesome.
I love it. Got really hooked up with Dan's channel, learned all my tips, my tricks, everything, and then just started incorporating my own style and everything. And as you can see, I am not really rocking out the mustache. Kyle and Dan have awesome mustaches. This is not by choice. This is just how my face.
So that's pure growth right there.
That's pure growth.
Okay, all right.
You have to get up close and personal to see that I do have a mustache.
He does.
But it comes in very light, and the length does just not grow as rapid.
Yeah, the color is lighter too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot lighter than my beard area. So that was something that I didn't know if I could stick out.
Yeah.
I had some of my closest buddies who were like, hey, where's your mustache? Your beard looks weird. Like, are you going the Amish route? Are you doing this? And I'm like, well, first and foremost, you're being offensive to Amish people.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Second of all, I can't control what I have. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna keep growing it out and see what it looks like. And honestly, it took just a couple days ago during Christmas night for my mom, who is probably the biggest critic when it comes to how I look, how I do get my haircuts.
They all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My mom told me on Christmas that this is the best that I've ever looked.
That's awesome.
So right then and there, I was like, yeah, this is not going away for a very, very long time. The overall support that I get from the bearded community has been amazing, and I think, and Kyle will definitely attest to this, is exactly why we felt that we almost needed to give back to the community in some way, and that's why we started our channel.
Cool.
That's what we wanted to do. This was our way of giving back.
That's cool.
So
yeah, it's interesting to see how everyone started their channels. When I started the channel, it was in no way, no means to give back. I told them the story, and Sam was up there. Essentially, Sam said, I think you'd be good at this. Why don't you try it? And I really enjoyed that. I like doing things that I'm good at and getting invested in. So I love that you guys were actively thinking, man, this community's given us a lot. We want to give back to them, and there's no better way to do that than give people your opinion, help them save money, invest in good products. Yep. So, thought here, when I was discussing this idea with Kyle, he brought it up and was like, hey, what about something with this? I'm like, perfect, rock what you got. And he was like, yeah, Joe has the beard where the mustache and chin area is not really filling in. Literally, I had to go look up a picture, and I know what this man looks like. We talk, I watch his channel, I comment on his videos, because I could not picture it. In my mind, I didn't know that you were lacking a mustache. Literally. I had to look up a picture, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I can see that 100%. But it was nothing that I ever watched, and I've watched, what, 8, how many videos do you guys have?
we got about 13,
Okay,
13
yeah.
videos now.
I've watched 8, 10 videos by now, probably all of them. And it never once stood out in my head that I was like, wow, his mustache is really lacking. Literally, never once. Like, that never came into my mind. And it's interesting that stuff like that can keep people from a beard, and that was a huge thought of yours. And I think we got to keep in mind a lot of people like to bond over things that they just don't know what they're saying, right? Teachers bond over complaining. These kids, the system, blah, blah, and they don't know what they're saying. They're just complaining. When people see something new, they see something on your face, they're like, what do I go to? What do I go to? Mustache lacking. Or if you grow out a mustache, like, oh, you got a pedophile mustache and stuff like that. They don't know what they're saying. They're just making shots to bond with you. Like, that's how they think they're bonding. So that's awesome. But truly, it did not cross my mind that you were lacking in the mustache area.
Well, that makes one of us because I tell you what, I probably would have grown my beard out a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I let it defeat me.
Interesting.
And then luckily, Kyle gave me that push. Just keep doing it and see what it looks like.
And we talked before this video how amazing a beard is, and the feedback from the community and the comments, and how rewarding that is. Yes. And that comes with you defeating that idea of I can't do this, I don't have a mustache. Rock what you got, and you get such benefit from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Now, same idea. Rock what you got. What do you got for us, Kyle?
Yeah. So my story is a little different. I first just want to say how proud I am of Joe, because when I first started growing out a beard, I got really into Dan and his community and his videos, and he would tell me, I can't grow a mustache. I don't know if I should do it. He did, and he is just the most confident person. So, like the title says, definitely rock what you got. So, like I said, my story is a little different. So I do grow more of the full traditional beard. I have the mustache. My under lip here doesn't really fill in, as you guys can see, as much as I want to. Sometimes when I'm watching myself on camera, I see how nice and dark and thick it is kind of under my neck and my jawline, but under my lip does not fill in quite as much. And then on top of which might have even been worse, when I first started growing out my beard and I had those awkward stages of like month 2, month 3, things like that, under my neck here doesn't fill in. Now, luckily, I do have a thick beard around it, so I kind of covered that area. So that kind of took care of itself naturally. But again, under my lip here doesn't fill in quite as much as I'd like to. So, like we said, definitely rock what you got. I don't let it bother me. I'm still more of a confident and positive person with my beard, and I do little things to kind of help it. So when I'm styling my beard and brushing it, I'm making sure I get a lot of heat under the little bit that I do have to make it fall straight down to kind of cover that region.
Right. And you talked about getting comments all the time, like guys saying, man, your beard is so thick, so dense, so beautiful. And then in your mind, automatically, and I do the same, is you go to your flaws.
Yeah.
And you're like, thank you, but I got this going on here.
Right,
and I do the same thing. I'll get guys that'll comment, and I'm like, it's not the, if you guys only knew what I had. And then for a while, I felt weird about pointing that out, because I'm like, if I point it out, then people are just going to stare at it the whole time. So I was like, I'm just not going to acknowledge it. But you just got to be confident and know that it's going to help people out there, right? You talking about that, someone seeing your beard, be like, dude, I would kill for your beard. Are you kidding me? And it does help. And for me, it's something interesting, right? I do feel like literally it like coats my lip. Like I have no gaps in my beard at all. I've got a thick beard, mainly because of like styling and stuff that I've gone through. But I had a new adventure with this thumb. I am right-handed, and this is on my right thumb. Well, I have to keep this dry for 3 days because it did get glued. Thankfully, no stitches. And to be able to style your beard without your dominant thumb is a major challenge that I never anticipated. And so to be able to style, I went natural yesterday, and my wife loves the natural look, but I hate it. So to go natural wasn't an option today. We got a beard meetup. We're filming this video. I'm like, I can't be looking all rough for these guys. I gotta, it's like a first date, and we're like online. I can't be a catfish, and have a bad beard. I gotta make it look nice. So I was styling my beard, and I was able to do this side because I could kind of pinch down on the under part of my thumb. When I got over here, it was really awkward. My left is like an alien. This, like some people are ambidextrous and all this crazy stuff. This doesn't even remotely work. Like it's not even an option. And so I'm like trying, and I'm really trying to figure it out. And I'm like, man, the last couple days since I hurt my thumb, my beard has been looking terrible. And Sam, my beautiful wife, is like, dude, your beard looks great. What are you talking about? We were at a restaurant today, and she was like, I love your hat, and your beard looks awesome today. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like going crazy. Like, my beard looks terrible today. I got to meet up. Oh, my gosh. And you just got to rock what you got. I can't do anything about this thumb. I can't style my beard any differently. So don't let that be. It's probably in your head more than it is in everybody else's.
Yeah, you hear... It's pretty universal. You hear few big mistakes that new beardsmen make is don't make your neckline too high. Which, is definitely true. And
we
then
all
also,
chin strap. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Don't compare your beard to anyone else.
No.
Be confident in yourself and rock what you got.
And I say this all the time, and I don't think people believe me, and it's not being cocky or condescending. I really don't have any beard goals or beard models that I go after, because I don't know what I want. I just enjoy the journey. I'm growing it out right now, and my beard is thick underneath, and so I'm cool. As long as it keeps doing that, I'm good to go. So I'm not going after some look. I'm not going after some model, some competitor. I'm just enjoying where I'm at. And so that's a big thing for me is, don't compare it. Don't watch these World Beard Championships and think like, oh gosh, those guys are so lucky. Man, it is what it is. And you don't know what time. Because how old are you, Joe?
31.
All right, 31. So with time, who knows what that mustache is going to do? Your beard, because of DHT, gets better with age. You see these guys with these big, beautiful gray beards that would tell you, I couldn't grow a beard at 30. So you never know what's going to come over time, especially in spots where you have a solid beard elsewhere. And it really helps to know what you're doing, too. So absolutely love those stories. We're going to leave you guys with a natural question here for you, and that is, what is your insecurity with your beard? What do you see that other people probably do not? And I would encourage you guys to go read the other comments, because I guarantee there's going to be people who be like, yes, same thing. Like when Kyle talked about the kind of forking in the middle, I do have that majorly. I just kind of figure out how to style it so it doesn't go as much. Mine was actually from a trim where some of the upper hairs were touched when they shouldn't have been. So I have the growth pattern for it, but I have to wait until it all kind of evens out through that trim. Again, if I didn't say that, no one's going to notice it, but I know it. I know it. So read the comments, see what everybody else has to say there. Joe, man, pleasure. I love that story. Any final words for the people out there?
I just want to thank the bearded community for keeping me wanting to grow.
Yeah.
And I'm just thankful. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. And same for me. I want to thank these guys. They drove up like over 4 hours. They got to stop at Detroit Grooming on the way, which is super cool. Mike's a great dude. Welcomed them openly. So absolutely awesome. We're going to meet up at B-Dubs tonight. We got a company owner coming out. We got my moderators from the live stream coming out. So it's going to be a great night. So I'm going to kick it over to Kyle, and he's going to give us his final thoughts, and he's going to close it for us today.
Yeah, my final thoughts is just like Joe said, the bearded community is awesome. I can't say it enough. Rock what you got. Don't compare your beard to anyone else's, because it's special to you just like you are. Like they always say, no two handwritings are the same, no two beards are the same, and that's that's one of the things that makes it awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, sign us off, my friend. Longtime subscriber and friend.
So guys, as always, stay bearded and stay positive.
All right, see you guys.